Hey, it's Keza, also known as Skylar Loves Gory Movies. I'm back doing a video, which this is meant to be done on Thursday, but I'm worried just in case it doesn't come through on the right day because I'm having issues with my broadband, and I'm hoping to get it sorted out either this week or next week or the week after. So that's why I'm doing this video early, and we'll just say it's top 10 Thursdays done a few days earlier. And I do this collaboration with Spider Movie Guy, who chose this week's topic, Cranky Old Gamer James, Laurie Holt and Rossi Boy 19, who is hoping to do some videos hopefully this week. And Stephen's list is not Stephen's top 10 that he picked was top 10 movies you like to see a sequel to. Now, I've based all my top 10 lists this week on Blu-rays and steelbooks that I own, so from movies that I've seen already. So we'll get right into it. Top 10, number 10 is Beautiful Creatures. This is why I'd like to see a sequel to this, is because it had an open ending, and I'm hoping that they do bring out a sequel to it because I want to see what happens to the girl. Does she continue to be a witch or does she not? And I hope that they do something with a certain character in it as well. Anyway, which brings me on to number 9, which is No Holds Barred. Yes, that great movie from 1989 with Hulk Hogan and Tony Tiny Lister. I'd like to see it be a sequel, but I'd like to see it sequeled a little bit different, where they bring back Hogan and they bring back Tony Tiny Lister, and Hogan trains somebody and Tony Tiny Lister trains somebody, and then we have like a new network, and then they just like proper battle out. Like, it's like, say like you put like for example, say like a John Cena in this, but put him as Tony Tiny Lister's student, and like someone like Channing Tatum or Luke Evans, and twist it and make them be the good guys and John Cena be a bad guy, because you'd always see John Cena as WWE as a face, so you should put him as a heel character, or someone else that's like normally a good guy, put him as a heel character. So I'd like that to be as a sequel. Number 8, The Full Monty. If you haven't heard of The Full Monty is based in Sheffield, and they basically do like a one-night strip show. And what I'd like to see as a sequel is new characters, young characters, and the original characters are like sort of like teaching them how to strip, and they've got like their own hall and they do it like that. I'd like that to be seen as a sequel, but as like a sort of a little bit different. Which brings me on to number 7. I'd love American Murder to become a sequel, but not having, I know this is going to sound really crazy and people are going to hate me for this, don't bring Catherine Isabel back because you sort of killed her off. Put another character there instead. and instead of it being Mary Mason, it could be like Mary Mason's cousin or Mary Mason's sister, and they're trying to find out who's killed Mary Mason, and then they take over what she was doing. Like, they find out what she was doing and they take it over. I'd like to see something like that. Which brings me on to number 6, Weird Science. Yeah, that great comedy starring Anthony Michael Hall and Kelly LeBrock. But sort of have like been a bit different, where Anthony Michael Hall should be the dad in this, and then bringing out brand new characters, and then bringing out like a sexy goddess. Like, and no, I'm not going to say Jennifer Lawrence because that's too obvious. I would say something like Scarlett Johansson as the Kelly LeBrock character. That would be immense. Or Zoe Saldana. They would be two good Kelly LeBrock characters if you were doing a sequel. Number 5, a movie that I've just recently watched starring Luke Evans, which I talked about him in my number 9, and it's No One Lives. I would love to see a sequel to it where he comes back and he kills loads of other people again, the way more worse and more gorier than the first one. Number 4, Hell Comes to Frogtown. I'd love to see a sequel to this, but to see a character that's similar to Piper in the first one. I've always said, if there was a sequel to be made, put the sequel for that, because it's amazing. Number 3, The Wicker Man. I know we've seen reboots, remakes. I think there should be a sequel to it. I just feel that there was so much more to give in that film that I think that there should be a sequel. Number 2, The Equalizer. Definitely do a sequel to The Equalizer, because I love that ending in the cafe and he gets the phone call that he needs the help. So basically, sequel right there. Bring me a sequel. And then number 1, of course, is Savage Streets. But everyone knows I love Savage Streets, and I think there should be a sequel. But instead of having Linda Blair as the lead character, I want it more like of a bit of a twist to it, where yeah, the gang member did die, but bring in, like, say like his cousins found out about his death, and then they go after Brenda, and Brenda fully fledges it, all gang war, explains what the cousin's done, and he doesn't like it, he like goes blah 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 blah, and then she goes after the cousin and he brings a gang, blah blah blah. I'd love for that to happen, but I know that I don't think they won't touch Savage Streets at all, but that's what I think should happen. So yeah, my top 10 movies that I'd like to see a sequel to are run down again. 10, Beautiful Creatures. 9, No Holds Barred. 8, The Full Monty. 7, American Mary. 6, Weird Science. 5, No One Lives. 4, Hell Comes to Frogtown. 3, The Wicker Man. 2, The Equalizer, and 1, Savage Streets. So that's my list, and hopefully next week I will be back on normal time and it'll be Ross's turn. So please, on Thursday, check out Spy the Movie Guy's video, Laurie Holt's video, and Cranky Old Gamer's video, and Rossi Boy 19's video. Please stay gory, have unpleasant dreams. Ta-ta for now.